In the vast expanse of the fields and towns of Mexico, a legend resonates among the whispers of the wind and the creaking of old wood, the wailing cart. This story, passed down from generation to generation, is a warning about the very passage of death itself. The wailing cart. In the vast expanse of the fields and towns of Mexico, a legend resonates among the whispers of the wind and the creaking of old wood, the wailing cart. This story, passed down from generation to generation, is a warning about the very passage of death itself. The wailing cart gets its name from the chilling noise it emits as it rolls through dark paths. According to the tales, it is not just any cart, but a spectral vehicle made of rotten wood and pulled by skeletal oxen whose eyes burn like embers. The sound of its wheels, like a sharp and prolonged wail, is the omen that death is approaching. The legend says that whoever hears the creaking of this cart is destined to witness a tragedy, whether their own or that of someone close to them. Some claim it is driven by a hooded figure. Others say it is empty, as if searching for its next load of souls. The myth has deep roots in indigenous traditions and the cultural blending that followed colonization. In some tales, La Carreta Chillona is a representation of Mictlantecutli, the Aztec god of death, who roams the land collecting souls to take them to the underworld. In others, it is associated with guilt and divine punishment. It is said that the cart belonged to a greedy man who exploited his workers and stored his wealth in it. When he died, he was condemned to wander for eternity carrying his cart as punishment for his greed. One of the most chilling stories comes from a young peasant who, after hearing the sound in the distance, decided to defy the warnings of his elders and venture onto the road. According to his account, he saw an old and creaking cart slowly advancing towards him. When it was close enough, the oxen lifted their empty heads, and the figure driving it pointed at him with a bony finger. The next morning, the young man's family was found lifeless in their home, and he disappeared without a trace. Another well-known case is that of a traveler who was returning to his village at dusk. Upon hearing the sound of wheels behind him, he turned around to see a cart that seemed to float above the ground. With each creak, he felt his life shortening. From that day on, he fell seriously ill and died weeks later. For some, La Carreta Chillona is nothing more than a legend created to prevent people from going out at night. However, the testimonies of encounters with this apparition are so numerous that even the most skeptical feel a chill when they hear its name. In recent years, urban explorers and curious individuals have attempted to record its sound, but all attempts have ended in technical failures or inexplicable events.